Hello, citizens of YouTube land.
Hey.
It's your president and your VP, and we're finally back with another episode of
Lifetime Movies, A Dude's Perspective.
This time it's going to be The Burning Bed.
Yep.
It premiered on NBC October 8th, 1984. It had a rating, an incredible rating at the time of 36.2, making it the 17th highest made-for-TV movie of all time, as well as NBC's highest-rated movie.
Oh, wow.
Quite the legacy here. So, let's get right into this. The Burning Bed tells the story of Francine
Hughes,
thank you, who, to put it quite bluntly, she committed a very terrible act involving fire, her husband, and a bed.
Well, let's just say she set her husband on fire because of the years of abuse that she went through. And the film tells this story.
I wasn't going to go quite that far with it, but sure.
Dad, let's face it.
The movie...
We need to be as blunt as possible with this.
The movie opens up with the house being on fire, and Francine, who's played by the great Farrah Fawcett in the film, she leads an all-star supporting cast here. Can't say enough good things. We'll get to that in a little bit. She drives away with her kids. A family approaches, and they're screaming that there's somebody inside. The firefighters attempt to help, but they're too late.
Yep. And so basically, then we see her in jail and all that, and she's telling her lawyer the story of everything telling her this.
At first, she's very hesitant to do so, and the lawyer's like, Mrs. Hughes, if you don't give me something to work on, I'm going to have to, I'm not going to be able to help your defense here because you've confessed to murder and that you did it willfully. And so, but then it segues back into the past because this was, present day type of stuff. You know how movies do those things where they start at the end and then kind of work their way backwards. Well, it's one of those type of situations where she's a young girl and she sees this man and he's smoking a cigarette and they're at a social gathering and she's got a bit of a crush on him and her girlfriend, and she tells her girlfriend, hey, I'm going to go talk to him. And so they kind of strike up a relationship. But the man who's nicknamed Mickey, his real name is James, his first name is James, he comes on a bit strong right away.
Yeah, he's like trying to take her shirt off and all that, and she's like, no.
But she eventually relents due to his advances. And I gotta say that the actor that plays James he provides a scary performance.
Yeah.
It is right up there. So he pesters her to marry him until she relents. And I think it was more of a case of there was a baby on the way, so they had to get married.
Yeah.
So he basically got his way that way. He's a manipulator, guys.
Guys, this guy, he's a bum. Like, he's a lazy bum.
That's true.
He's like in his 30s, I'm guesstimating here, but probably. He's in his 30s, and he's still living at home with his parents with no job.
Yeah.
He's a bum.
Yeah, that's true. He brings Francine home to his parents because he has no job, so he can't support himself or Francine, and he immediately abuses her in front of his parents. And his parents don't do a thing about it. Throughout the whole film, there's this sense of denial and just accepting of things that are happening. And it's another story, guys. We went into this in the past, in past reviews. It's another instance, another scenario, if you will, of the same situation of this guy. I'm not going to do it no more. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'll quit drinking. And you've heard the excuses, I'm sure, 1,000 times before in different stories, movies, books, you name it, and it's there. And even in real life, people have experienced it.
Yeah.
And I think that's one thing that really kind of got to me because I have, full disclosure, I have a little personal attachment to this situation because I sort of kind of have been into that. I'll never really get into that because that's nobody's business but my own. But from a personal level, I do connect to it. However, having said that, guys, it baffles me. And I will also say this, we both will. If you are in an abusive relationship, you need to get help. You need to find some way to get out. You need to contact the police or whoever you can to help you get out of this situation because there's no reason to stay in it.
Yeah.
Now, I do understand, and we're going to get into this a little bit later too, because with all this abuse and whatnot that goes on in the film, slowly but surely, Francine develops what is called battered wife syndrome. Now, I segue over to my VP here, who's going to give you guys a brief synopsis as to what battered wife syndrome is for those of you who don't know.
Alright, let me pull my phone out here real quick, and I will tell you what it is. So, battered wife syndrome is a pattern of signs and symptoms displayed by women who have suffered persistent intimate partner violence, whether it's psychological, physical, or sexual, from a male partner. And this could, honestly, this could be to anybody. It doesn't matter if it's a wife. It could be from a lesbian relationship or a gay relationship. It doesn't have to be either this. But
furthermore, I will also speculate. I don't know this for sure, and I'm not trying to downplay in any way, shape, or form any experience that a woman might go through, but there are definitely instances out there where a man is in a domestic abuse relationship and he himself is actually the battered wife. So there's also that. Yeah. But having said that, guys, we gave you guys, like I said, slowly but surely, she develops it.
And she also develops Stockholm Syndrome.
It's the same tired excuses, too. Oh, he had a hard day. Oh, he's having a difficult time trying to find a job. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's that. It's never, ever the guy that, has something wrong inside of his head. No. It's always something else. And like I said, that kind of gets to me because I've seen that.
All right, here. Let me explain. So also another thing is like she both has Stockholm Syndrome, which I'm pretty sure I don't need to explain what that is because the majority of people probably know what Stockholm Syndrome is, but in case if you're wondering, it's basically when somebody develops a psychological connection to their abuser or captor, because some people who are in a hostage situation develop this, but that's what Stockholm Syndrome is, and also battered person syndrome, which then can lead into PTSD, which is... Again, I don't need to explain what PTSD is because I'm pretty sure everybody knows that.
To a degree. So yeah, these scenarios, these scenes happen pretty frequently with him getting drunk, and it could be it was something just as benign as her having a new different outfit on was a reason enough to slap her around.
I remember that.
Or that she had went into town to get her nails done. That was another reason.
Yeah. And or how about the fact that she gets a federal grant to go into business school to get a really good job as a businesswoman. But then the guy is like, no, it's my job to it's my job to go to work and all that, and it's not the woman's. And it's like it's one of those kinds of cases, guys. And I'm saying that's just a scumbag thing to do. So Men out there, don't do that, please.
It's you gotta be a real poor excuse for a man if you're not willing to work and support your family, at least help support your family in the first place. And then you gotta go around and do all the things that this guy did in this film. Well, it all kind of builds up. And she's been going to school. And things had settled down for a bit, and he'd actually tempered off a bit. But he goes back to the drinking. What else is new? Because we heard that about, I don't know, 100 times during the movie. Oh, I'll stop drinking. I've changed. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Well, this is the knockdown drag out, guys. He beats her up. He kicks her in the ribs. He tears her textbooks apart. He tears her notes apart. He forces her to burn her textbooks.
Yeah.
Well, that was just too much.
And also
all of it, leading up to it.
Also, not to mention the fact that he kind of forced her
He
to...
He did force something. Although, she didn't say no, to be clear. She didn't say no. However, she really didn't want it.
No.
But, so, with the topper of toppers there, and all that had built up to it, every bit of it, from the very beginning, it all led up to her just going, and it was like that.
She snaps.
And she goes out back, and she grabs a can of gas, and while he's asleep, she proceeds to pour it all over the house. She lights a match. That was it.
Oh yeah, and she also left the gas can in there, which is why you see the explosion.
Yeah. And so with her describing everything that happened, and the fact that even the man's own parents got on the stand and really actually helped her because they were still in complete denial, the jury finds her not guilty by reason of temporary insanity.
Which is the first, which by the way, guys, this
using battered wife syndrome as the primary defense.
Yeah, this was the first time in the U.S. legal history that battered wife syndrome was able to successfully be used in a defendant's case, because in the past they probably tried using that because at this point it was really kind of a new psychological illness that most people didn't even know about, and it wasn't until like the 60s and 70s that we even started studying.
And we do need to talk a little bit about the directing of the film itself. The director did a fantastic job. There are quite a few incredible shots of different scenes that are really going to kind of pop out to you when you check it out.
The director, what he did was, this is really cool because I found this really interesting that they did this, because there's this shot that he used when the mother's talking on the stand, and it's also focusing on Francine in the background, but it seems like she's in the foreground. It's because they're using this split screen type of lens that was used in the film Carrie, and it was basically like this dual screen type technology. It was really cool, and I was like, holy crap, they used the same time the technology that they used in Carrie.
And it was for a made-for-TV movie from 1984. As I said before, Farrah Fawcett, who was the lead actress, she's incredible. You're going to believe that she is this person. Even the man that played her husband was, quite frankly, to put it bluntly, scary good.
Yeah.
And you're gonna feel a little uneasy. It's not gonna be the type of film that's gonna necessarily make you feel good for sure, but you will probably be glad that you watched it. Final rating for me, 4.25 out of 5. What say you?
Also a 4.25 out of 5.
So that makes it a really good Lifetime type of movie that you guys should check out. You can find it on the Tubi streaming app. I believe it's also available via MGM, who were the producers of the movie. There are VHS and DVD copies out there. So go out, check it out. But of course...
Wait, Dad, that reminds me, that means this film is owned by Amazon then.
Yeah, it probably is.
Because Amazon recently just bought MGM and all of its properties.
Okay, so, but of course, if you have seen The Burning Bed, and you think that it was the worst made-for-TV movie of all time, well, you're entitled to your opinion on that. You're wrong, but you're entitled to it. But hey, just remember, as always, we're just two idiots with a cell phone camera. Our opinions do not matter, except they actually do, because we have a YouTube show, except they actually don't. So, having said all that, guys, we'll see you guys next time, where I think it will be back to the Walker reviews. We're a little bit behind on that. And again, apologies that it's taken this long to get another Lifetime movie. But hey, we had other projects, other ideas in mind that we needed to do first.
Also, work and school.
But next month is December, so be prepared to be looking for the special Christmas Day review. There's going to be a couple of those, so be on the lookout for that on Christmas Day.
We want to cover A Christmas Story.
Yeah, and also because it's a pretty good chance that we're going to have brand new camera set up that we're going to talk about on Christmas Day.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Guys, be on the lookout for all of that stuff, including more Lifetime, more I love this movie, more I hate this movie. Going to get back into some of that because we haven't done those in a while. But I guess that's all there's left to say, and there's just one more thing left to say, and that is peace and love from Denny and Son. Bye.